name is Ryan Salerno, and the business that I'm running is called Design Your Livelihood. It's for freelance designers to learn the business and technical skills to make their projects more successful.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, so you are a ZTL student.
That's right.
You've used ZTL to start building this business up, and I like that you're targeting freelance designers. I want to know a little bit about this business, and then I know that you're curious to talk today about opt-in copy.
Right.
All right, opt-in copy is the copy that we use to get people to opt in, to give us their email address. It's got to be good, it's got to be crisp, so I figure we'll go through learning a little bit about your business. I'm going to read some of your copy to you, and then we're going to work together on making that copy even better.
Perfect.
How's that? All right, first of all, why did you join ZTL? Let's go a little bit back.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a fan of your work, read your books, and I've been reading your email materials for a few years now. And so when you first launched CTL over a year ago, I signed up right away. It was no question. I waited a little while to actually use it until I was ready. And so I've been doing it now, and the reason why I signed up is so that I could have my own business and free up time, basically, because I think that's the goal for everyone, right?
Beautiful.
Starting a business.
Awesome. What stage of your business are you in right now?
So to put it in terms of ZTL, I'm in between your product and your sales.
Okay, great. So you've done a lot of research, you validated that the market wants this, you created the product, and you're almost ready to start selling.
That's right.
Okay, great. I love it. This is beautiful. This is the beauty of structure.
Yeah.
We know where you are. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your challenges when it comes to copy.
Sure. So the way that I see the opt-ins, getting an email address is the lifeblood of your business. And so my struggles have been actually getting people to register with their email address.
Did they come to your site?
They have been coming to the site. It's pretty new, so I haven't been able to analyze trends. But people are coming when I distribute the content, yeah.
Good, okay. So people start hearing about you. I know you've done a little bit of stuff on Reddit. You've posted on several other places. They come to your site. Do you look at your analytics?
Yeah.
And you see like a bunch of people coming and then a small number of people opting in?
Yeah.
Like really small?
Like I have to tell people to opt in real life, and then they'll opt in.
Okay, I get it. I know that feeling can be like, it's that feeling in the pit of your stomach because you're like, wait a minute, like 500 people came to my site and like 2 people opted in and then one of them didn't even confirm?
Right.
What is going on here? There's a couple ways that I think about that. Like number one, just the law of internet numbers means that a lot of people click around, but it's very rare to get them to take serious action.
Right.
And I used to get mad, I used to curse at the internet, but now I just realize that's just the way it is. And in fact, I do the same thing. I click, 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 click. But when I'm reading an article on NewYorker.com or HuffPost or whatever, it doesn't mean I'm clicking every ad. No, I'm just there to do what I'm there to do. The second thing I learned is you can certainly alter the way people behave online if you can connect with them and if you can offer them something valuable.
Right.
So I've seen landing pages we've been able to multiply the opt-in rate by fixing the copy. And that's a very powerful thing. All right, why don't we do this? Why don't we actually look at your copy on your opt-in form, and let's just talk about it a little bit.
Let's do it.
So you're focusing on designers, you're teaching them the technical and business side of design, right?
That's right.
All right. You say on your site, it says, earn extra income by becoming a great freelancer. Never let a project go off the rails again. Learn the system to dominate freelance design projects. Okay, what do you think of that copy?
So, project that goes off the rails, that's taken from an actual designer that I spoke to. So I tried to do that, take their actual words. I'll be honest, learn the system to dominate freelance design projects, that's me. That's just kind of how I speak. And earn extra income by becoming a great freelancer. That was me attempting to get to the root of the issue. They're not like, whether a project is a pain or not is not their problem. What they want to do is make their freelance successful so that they can earn more income.
So you're focusing on the end goal. Okay, that's good. You explained each of those sentences. Now I want you to explain the gestalt. What do you think about the whole combination of those 3 sentences together? What do you think? Is it good? Is it bad? How does it make you feel?
Let's see. So I think that the 3 sentences are similar to me in that it's very direct, not all that nuanced. It tells it exactly how it is. It doesn't really like massage anything. It's not flowery copy, which I think is good though.
Direct. You're very direct. Okay. What else?
What else? So how does it make me feel? I think it's a little bit motivating.
Okay. Like what?
So learn the system to dominate, I think, is kind of a motivating sentence. Never let a project go off the rails. So that's kind of makes people feel ensured that if they sign up for this, they'll learn a way to take care of their clients a little bit better.
So my take with this copy is it's direct, which I think is good. But when you say something like, make sure a project never goes off the rails again, what does that mean to you? What does a project that goes off the rails mean?
So a project that goes off the rails is one where you're missing deadlines and you're biting your fingers because you know that you're going to be late on something, or you know that it's not exactly what they want, or you know that you're not producing your best work. And so what I'm trying to get at is this is a system that will prevent you from dealing with all of those things.
Mm. You read my book, right? I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Let's think about the back cover, where I talk about, personal finance and automating and this and that. What if I had said in one of those bullet points, avoid rate chasing, a strategy to blah, blah, blah?
Sure.
What would that have, to me, that makes a lot of sense, right? I know what rate chasing is. I know the implications for picking the right bank, but to the common reader.
So it feels like financial jargon, and that's not my problem.
Good. And it's sort of 3 steps down the line.
Got it.
Part of writing great copy is meeting them where they are. And project going off the rails, that means a lot to you, but to them, it could mean a million things, and they're not ready for that yet.
Right.
You're talking insurance when they just want to be sold. You're talking prenuptial agreement when they still want to be wooed.
Gotcha.
Make sense? So we're here to woo them. We want to first get them interested and attracted, and later we can talk about all these risk mitigation strategies.
Makes sense.
All right, good. So you said earn more. I agree. That's probably the biggest benefit that you can be offering to these people. I want to also talk about the side copy that you have, and then we're going to put it all together. All right, so let's take a look. So this is a pop-up you have that appears on your website, and the pop-up says the following copy. It says, want to become a world-class freelancer? If you found this post useful, then get notified when new techniques are ready and start changing your life. It has a place to enter your email address, and then the big button says, change my life. Tell me about this copy.
So does the submit button look familiar to you at all?
Probably.
Because it's taken from iwillteachyoutoberich.com. And that is because I was kind of going into the copywriting blind. With no real theory behind how to create the copy or what to write. And so I took from something where I knew that there was a lot of tests, and I knew that it was correct in its own setting.
And it's not correct in this setting.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why we don't copy copywriting, okay? This is a no-brainer. I've said this a million times, but say it again. It makes no sense on your site. In fact, it does you a disservice to copy other people.
Sure.
You don't know how many times people have taken my own emails, they copy them word for word, plagiarize them. They send them to their own list, and their own list is like, you're a fucking idiot.
So it's just the submit button?
Yeah. Is it? All right.
It is, yeah.
So let's take a look at each of these things in turn. First, you said, want to become a world-class freelancer. Do you think they do?
So now that you say it out loud, I've never met a designer who's saying, I want to be a world-class freelancer like LeBron James. People don't talk like that.
No, and even LeBron James doesn't say, I want to be world-class.
Right.
What does he say?
I want to be the best there is.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what does a freelancer or your target market say?
Let's see. What would a freelancer say? So,
give me a few options.
I want to be, let's see. So the target is someone who's doing freelance either full-time or on the side. and it's somebody who wants to be really good at that so that they can focus all of their energy on actually doing the design. And so, let's see. Do they use? I don't even know if they use superlatives.
You tell me. They're your client.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you think?
I think it's less about superlatives about themselves and more about letting the work speak for itself.
Okay. So what would that be? Articulate it for me in their words.
In their words. So, I think that somebody would say something along the lines of, I want to do good work for my clients. Without wasting time on all of the BS that goes in with emailing back and forth, project management, and sales.
That feels real.
Yeah.
Now, I want to apply some subtlety here. First of all, that feels real. You saw it in my eyes when you said, without all the BS. My head jerked up. I said, yes, that's right. That's when you got me. And I'm not even a freelancer. So if you tested this out with 10 or 15 freelancers, you would see their sort of ears perk up and you would see their eyes open. You would know when you got it. Okay. The second thing is, you want to be very careful of who you target by the language you use. So for example, I could write even opt-in copy, which is very opportunistic. I could write opt-in copy that says, get 20 businesses that you can start overnight.
Right.
And that would get a lot of opt-ins. And do you know what kind of opt-ins it would get?
People with credit card debt.
Horrible, people with horrible financial backgrounds, people who are entrepreneurs, they're not serious. So you want to be very careful about how aggressively you write. A lot of people think that marketing is all about getting the most money, most opt-ins, most conversions. And when you start off going from zero, that's what you think. You're just a beginner. But as you get more advanced, you start to realize it's actually not always going more. It's a pendulum. And sometimes you can swing too far. We've done that ourselves. We've written offers that were too attractive. We got too many people to join the program. And then what happened is we realized a lot of the people who joined weren't qualified. They weren't good quality people. So they ended up canceling or refunding or causing a whole bunch of problems. So we actually made it tougher to get in. And that made it was like Goldilocks. It was just right? That's the Goldilocks strategy in play. So when it comes to you, I think that you should certainly talk about no more BS, right? Systems are handled for you or whatever it is you want to write. But I also think the world-class copywriter, that doesn't make any sense. It could be something as simple as get more clients.
Right.
Do you think they want more clients?
So what I've found is getting clients isn't as hard of an issue as it may seem.
Okay, go ahead.
The hard part is being successful once you have that client and making it easy on the client and on yourself. Yeah?
I mean, it doesn't resonate as true for me. I thought you were going to say, it's not getting clients that's the problem, it's getting the right clients that's the problem.
Okay.
Does that sound true?
That does sound true, yeah.
You know, I talk to some men and women in my life, talk about dating and stuff, and you talk to a few of my female friends, it's like, that's exactly what they say. I don't have a problem meeting guys,
Right.
It's meeting the right guy. How many times have you heard somebody say that?
Like 1,000.
A million times.
Yeah.
That's true for that audience. And for your audience, if they are already successful, then they don't need another low-value client.
Right.
They could get that, all right? So if that is the positioning we adopt, and I think that's very subtle, because what it shows is you're not helping people who are just starting. If this is the position you choose, you're saying, look, I don't have trouble finding any client. I just want to find the right client.
Got it.
That's actually your copy right there.
Yeah.
I don't have trouble finding any client. I just want to find the right clients.
Okay. And we want to make that more attractive.
How would you pump that up?
Pump that up. I would throw what happens after you find the right client, so I want to find the right client so I can earn more.
Good. What else? Give me another example. So that
this project is not a pain in the ass for everyone.
Okay, good. A little snarky. You got one more?
So that I can add another awesome piece to my portfolio.
Okay, beautiful. So that's one way you could go. Another way you could go is, I'm not looking, or you don't need another client. Notice the second person. You don't need another client. You need the techniques and tools to find the right clients.
Right.
The ones who pay on time, respect your design skills, and ... That would also work, right?
Yeah.
So what we've done here is we've started off by analyzing our copy, and we're like, the copy's okay, but it's not great.
Right.
We stepped back and we said, who is it we're really trying to go after? The way you wrote the copy was, as you put it, direct, but it's also kind of generic.
Yeah.
You're targeting people who have no clients, you're targeting people who already have clients, and I think those are two very different markets, like extremely different. So you want to ask yourself, what's a more attractive market? Is it total newbies, or is it people who already have a certain amount of clients? And then we just, for the purposes of exercise, we went down the route of people who already have clients. They don't need more clients, they just want the right clients, okay? Let's play that out a little bit further. Imagine you have a freelancer who has 10 clients, sort of like 7 of them are kind of junky. You know, they're just like, they don't pay a lot, they don't pay on time, they're always demanding all this BS, and they have like 3 clients that are amazing. What would their life look like after they went through your program?
So they can get that, they can convert that 7 number to, or I'm sorry, yes, that 7 number to 1 or 2 or 0, hopefully.
How do they do that?
One of 2 ways. They would either have to teach that client to be a good client,
Good.
which is not impossible, or they can end their relationship with them and replace them.
Good. And how do people say that in plain English?
They can fire their
They
client.
fire their clients.
Yeah.
So if we want to go down this route even more, if we want to take that knife and dig it in even more, we could say fire 80% of your clients. Learn how to generate 90% of the profit with 10% of the client work.
Right.
I mean, I'm starting to get enticed myself, and I'm not even a freelancer. So do you see what we're doing here?
Yeah.
We're just taking, it's like a knife. We start off by I don't know why I'm doing this knife example, but I'm gonna do it. You know, we prick the skin, oh, it doesn't hurt that much. Then we just dig it in and we just go deeper and deeper until we're like, okay, enough.
Found the nerve, yeah.
Enough. So that's a really weird metaphor, but who knows? All right, let's look at the rest of this copy, because you had some other stuff I want to talk about. It says, get notified when new techniques are ready. Do I care?
No. Who
So
cares about new techniques?
I don't care, and I don't care about getting notified.
Yeah.
So tell me what I should care about.
Okay, you're right. Getting notified is the worst thing. Nobody wants notifications.
Second worst to copying my button. Okay, so get notified. What do I want to say instead?
Learn right away.
No.
No?
I don't care about learning.
No? Let's
What
see.
are you going to give them? What do I get when I sign up for your newsletter?
You're getting the ability to have better clients and to have better projects.
When I say, what do I get?
Yeah.
Pretend I'm a 4-year-old with my hand out for Christmas. And I say, Mommy, what do I get? And then you say, you get the ability to, and they're like, get the fuck out of here, Mommy.
You get presents.
Oh, so something tangible.
Gotcha, yes.
Okay, so why don't you give me something tangible?
Okay. You're getting 5 proven. Is that?
Go ahead, play it out.
Play it out. Okay. You're getting the 5 proven ways to make your projects better.
All right, so that's not good, but we're on the right path. That's why we're here. We're going to write the
That's
copy
why
together.
we're here.
So what we're doing here is we're going from this sort of generic, get the ability, which nobody cares about that. They just want something.
Right.
And going back to that date example, when you meet someone on a date, you want to be tangible. You want to give something to move the relationship to the next level. And here, you can get opt-ins with the way your copy's written, okay? You can, there's no doubt about that. But what we're trying to do is optimize it, maximize it. And we know from testing that one of the best ways to do that is to offer them something specific that they really want.
Right.
A nugget, a carrot. So what is it that your prospects want?
Okay, so one example would be an actual statement of work that has worked for other freelancers.
Genius. It's a template. Okay, great. What else?
Email scripts.
What else?
Email scripts, statement of work.
How about let's go back to the copy we wrote. Who did we target again? What type of freelancers?
Freelancers who already have clients.
Good. And their goal is?
To get better clients.
Better clients. And what are they going to do with the old clients?
Fire them.
Okay. So let's just keep twisting that. If we agree that that's who we're going after and that's the copy we're going to use, what is the congruent carrot that we would offer them?
So they're firing their clients, they're getting new, better clients, and
And what do they get once they get fewer high-quality clients? What's the outcome?
more money with less heartache.
Yes, more money, less time. Okay, now what's the congruent carrot? You got it.
And it's a tangible thing.
It's a tangible thing.
That will give you more money and less time.
Well, let me just tell you, like, I'll put myself in the mind of this person who's on your website.
Yeah.
I got 10 clients, 7 of them I hate, 3 were really good, and I come to the site and you hooked me. You said, there's a way to take your existing client base and focus your love and attention and considerable skills on the best ones and politely move on from the ones who waste your time, consume your attention, and drive you nuts. I can show you how. So I'm like, this sounds like me. And then we talk about the copy of blah, blah, blah. What are you gonna give me? How do I feel right now? I'm interested. What else?
You're interested. You're kind of excited about the prospect of having.
What else?
Interested, excited.
You're telling me I can make the same money with like 30% of my clients? I'm gonna fire 70%? You're telling me I can make the same kind of money?
A little bit skeptical.
Yes. How do you answer my skepticism?
With a proven case study.
Boom! Get the case study of how John Jones fired 75% of his clients and actually increased his revenue.
Got it.
Sign up, opt in, da da da. And what's the button say?
Give me the case study.
Give me the case study. That's copy. So what we've done here is a combination of writing copy and strategy. You started off writing really generic copy because you were trying to appeal to everybody. Here we said, no, at least for the purposes of today, I don't want to talk about beginners. I want to talk to people who already have clients. This is the equivalent of the pill that says, don't even ask us about this pill unless you're 100 pounds or more overweight.
Right.
And then guess who pays it? Everyone's like, that's a very advanced pill. So you said, don't read this if you're just starting out. If you're an experienced freelancer with clients, if you're an experienced freelancer and some of your clients consume disproportionate amounts of time, don't use that word, it's a little wonky, I may have a way to help. John Jones followed my guide and was able to fire 75% of his clients, recapture 4 hours a day of his time, and he actually increased his income. If you'd like to see how he did it, click here to opt in.
Right.
What do you think?
I think examples are great. I think that's a super attractive offer.
So we took the strategy, we changed it a little bit, the copy followed, and we just took that knife, we kept digging until we found that right nerve. You don't have to offer a case study. You could offer a million different things.
Right.
Okay? What are some other things you could offer as a congruent carrot?
So a case study is one. The actual materials that you would need.
Great.
Yeah.
The email script. There's so many things. But now you don't have to worry about, oh, what should I come up with that's just going to be this generic congruent carrot. It's called a congruent carrot because it's congruent with your positioning.
Right.
So this is the art and science of copy. And the science part, of course, you could test a million things, but I think you're on the right track with this. Any questions?
Yeah, so so we've gone through the copy exercise. Now I've got great copy. And let's say that the subscriptions are rolling in. How do I validate that these are the right customers for me?
Well, you do that in a variety of ways. First, you want to start off doing what we talk about in Zero to Launch, which is to ask them, what's your biggest challenge? And you really want to engage with them. All the work you've done in immersion is great to get to this point. Now you want to re-research it. You want to revalidate and make sure, first of all, are these people matching what I thought? There's nothing worse than setting out this site and you're trying to target like super high value freelancers and you get a bunch of losers.
Right.
You're like, oh man, where did I go wrong? Maybe you're fishing in the wrong fishing holes. Maybe your copy is dissuading good people. Who knows? Second, you want to revalidate. Did the things I learned in immersion carry over to the people that I know today? Assuming those things are true, then you can start to ask them, tell me about your problems. Have you tried this? What sites do you read? And they're going to start telling you stuff. And if you've got the right audience, you're going to feel like, I know these people. I know them. Everything they tell you, it's going to be like, it's not a surprise.
Right.
You've heard it all. And you're like, yes. And that's when you can feel comfortable knowing that you have a good subscriber base, good quality. And of course, we have the green light benchmarks in ZTL for how many subscribers you need to launch a product. Once you follow those, just launch your product and you're going to see sales. All right?
Makes sense.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah, so the other question would be about writing the blog posts that also attract the right kinds of customers. So besides like writing posts that I think make sense and that are resonating traffic-wise, is there a way to do the same technique where you can figure out new types of posts for the future in order to get the best types of opt-ins?
Definitely. The types of content you produce profoundly affect the type of people that come to read it. So for example, if I'm writing a post about what to do to take your business from $500,000 to $5 million, that's going to attract a certain type of person, okay? If I'm like, how to find a business idea, that's a different type of person. And if I'm like, how to get rich quick overnight, that's the worst kind of person in the world. I hate those people. So what you can do as you're doing your immersion and as you're doing your own research with your new subscribers, if these are the right people, the people that you want to serve, you can write down the topics of conversation you've talked about. So you're asking them things like, what's your biggest challenge? What's worked for you? You got any funny stories about blah, blah, blah? Here's something that happened to me. And they're going to tell you all this stuff. That's basically your blog posts.
Right.
You're getting super interesting topics. If one of them finds it interesting, it's probably going to be all of them that find it interesting. So just remember, when you're fishing in these holes, one fish, if they're in this hole, they're all sort of similar to the other fish there. So take the insights that you learn and then do a service to everyone else by taking them, extracting them, and writing them up for everyone else.
Right.
All right?
Makes sense.
All right. Great stuff. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having me.